everyone, back another day, another dollar, and we are going to get our lower body session in. We just got back from the track. At the track today, we did our just some warm up plyos, just move our body in different ways. Just some weird stuff I randomly just thought off the top of my head. Mix those in with little hops. Then we did a few tennis ball reactions from different positions, just accelerating on different positions. Then I did my depth drops. I paired those with my 10-10 flies. So I'd use a trash can because there's nothing really there that's high enough that you can drop off. So it was kind of interesting getting on the balance because it's just got a thin little rim around the trash can. So I had to balance on that. But I don't know, maybe it was up to like my belly button or so. Can't remember off the top of my head. But that's really, there's not much, there's stuff there, but they just don't, again, there's not much there to drop off. So you gotta make do with your environment, use your environment, but I wanted to try it out. I listened to Victor and Jungles talk about some different pairing altitude drops. And I've done them in the past. I wanted to see, pair those with some 10-10 flies. I know they've been experimenting with the curved runs. I didn't do any curved runs today, but just paired them with depth drops right into a 10-10 fly. So depth drop, walk to the starting line, do my sprint. Was 117. I think that's close to my best ever. I think my best is either 116 or 114. I'm not sure. But again, much better than last week. And on a crappy night's sleep. I slept like garbage last night. So, but it doesn't really matter. You still gotta do the work. Not every situation, especially if you're an athlete and you're playing sports, you're not always gonna feel the greatest going in your game. You still gotta make up. You gotta show up. You can't just say I'm not playing today. That doesn't fly. It's like the Michael Jordan, the flu game, or the hangover game. He still played even though he was hungover, or whatever or pizza poisoning, food poisoning from pizza, whatever the actual real story is. You gotta show up. You gotta still do the work. Yeah, you can adjust. But again, I find that sleep a lot of times is not the day after, it's usually the next day. So if you don't get 2 nights of sleep, that's when it really hits me. So the goal is to get a good night's sleep tonight. But again, we can't always control our sleep, or there's loud noises or just whatever. You'll wake up for random reasons, something to eat, not agreeing with it, whatever it may be. But make do. Still get in now. We're going to get our strength training portion done. So our heavy lower body day today, or high force. So we're not doing the altitude drops with these because we did those over at the track. We're going to do our overcoming ISO squat. We're going to go up, we'll do a weighted jump, so a dumbbell vertical jump, try and beat our high on last week, at least PR last week. So let's see if we can get another PR this week. And just watch the nuts here. All right, we're up in the jump room, aka the spare bedroom that has never been used, I don't think. So we're gonna try and set our PR here, getting at the same weight, 20s. So this is like if I was a 200-pound guy. So 40 total pounds added to me, and we're just gonna jump, see reps, and try and beat our last week was 8. I don't know why it's randomly 18.7s on here, but that was what we were last week, so I don't know what done. So, but let's try and beat it. Good start. Tied it. Yes. Good start there, 19. Yes, just crushed my breath. I gotta get 20. I don't think we're getting any more. All right. Next up, we got our drop catch single leg rear foot elevated split squat. So just again, literally drop, take our foot up, drop ourselves, catch at the bottom, explode back up, foot back up here. Pair this with our elevated Bray Wyatt's, feet elevated anyway. Bench is slipping. The problem with this carpet, everything slides on it. We're gonna do them, it won't slide. Let's put my feet on here. Alright, next up, we're back to the Zercher deadlift. So, in that Zercher position, down from the deadlift, lift it up, a lot of spine. And again, this is your friendly reminder, again, that it is okay to move your spine. Yes, you're probably not going to start here. And this is not even, I mean, yes, this is a lot, this is 155 pounds. For a lot of you, it's like, oh man, that's crazy. I've seen guys do 200, 300 pounds of this. So, again, this is where I'm at. I've been training for 20 years. If you've been training for 20 minutes, don't start here. Start where you're at. Maybe it's just doing some just rounding your spine in spinal waves like that, or just bending the spine, whatever it may be. But don't be afraid to move your spine unless you're literally like in back braces or whatever, your back is just destroyed and snapped in half. then you probably can't move anyway. But again, you can always start somewhere. Start where you're at. Go from there. Progress as you progress. If you have to regress from there, that's fine too. Again, it's not a straightforward journey with your fitness, with your strength, with your training. Like my back was terrible. I don't know, maybe like 7-8 years back when all I was doing was deadlifting and squatting heavy. Just the powerlifting basic stuff. I wasn't doing much sprinting. I wasn't bending my spine. I was always braced and tense. And yes, there is a time and place for it. If you're deadlifting, if you're squatting, you want to have a little bit of a brace. That's fine. But it's when everyday life, when you just sit all the time, or even just standing all the time, you're just not moving. You're just stuck in that position, or you have a job where you're doing the same repetitive motion over and over again, like factory workers. Think of assembly line type stuff. You just get stiff and you don't move. Your spine basically just becomes a 2x4. It's all fused together. Mine was that, and then it would get destroyed if I did some movement, blow out the back. But I rarely have back issues now. Knock on fake wood. But again, will it hurt my back again? I'm sure I will. But that's just life. But it's not where I'm gonna not move my spine just because someone told me that moving your spine is bad. Your spine is meant to move. Like, why else would it move if it wasn't meant to move? If it wasn't meant to move. So move your spine. Got one more set of these. Add a little bit of weight. We're gonna do reverse hypers, and then we're gonna do the laying, the supine, side to side hip impulses, and that should be good for the day.